If you need unlimited domination, clutch time, or anything else online or offline grinding, make sure you hit up RoseNBA on Twitter for quick, safe, and reliable grinding services.
Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best cards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM, regardless of position, regardless of everything. Just the cards that I think are the top 10 best cards available currently in MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 8,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, generally multiple videos a day, and I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it, and let's start off with number 10, which is where we are going to go with Pink Diamond Kawhi Leonard, probably the second best or third best small forward in the game. A very, very good card for sure. 6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan. He has solid height and an elite wingspan, an amazing player build, decent speed and excel, really solid shooter, good dunker, and an elite perimeter defender. Not bad on the interior either. Hoff clamps, Hoff menace, Hoff challenger, Hoff deadeye, Hoff midi magician. He's got silver limitless range, which is a valuable badge that not a lot of cards come with currently in my team. He's got quick first step that can be upgraded, even bronze handles for days, and elite all-around defensive ability, although doesn't get the anchor badge, which is kind of annoying. Also, his movement is not exceptional, also doesn't get limitless takeoff, so he's missing a few things. Like his normal dribble style just isn't very good, but I can work without it. His release, even though it's not as elite as it's been in previous years, is still very smooth and easy to green. Just doesn't have elite movement, so he's kind of a 3-and-D guy, but he's got incredible defensive animations, might be the best lock in the game, especially on the perimeter, and Kawhi is still an amazing card, just not quite as good this year as he's been in previous years, where he would probably definitively be the best small forward in the game if he had a Pink Diamond card at this point in the year, whereas now he's probably second or third, but still an amazing card and does deserve a spot in the top 10. At number 9, we're doing Kevin McHale, and this McHale card is a card I actually dropped gameplay on a couple days ago and was incredibly impressed by. He is so good. Doesn't have like insane stats, but they are solid. 83 shot 3 is really good, acceptable dunker, really good interior defender, okay on the perimeter with a 75 perimeter and a 75 lateral, decent speed but not insane, and only 6'10" at center, but the 7'11" wingspan and his really big player build makes him an elite center in my team, especially that length. Hoff drop stepper and post technician are really good. Also, Hoff anchor, interceptor, and post lockdown are some of the best defensive badges in the game, which is amazing to have. And as a trophy case player, he can also get any badge added, which means you can add a limitless takeoff, a limitless range, a quick first step, a bailout, a glove, badges like that will really help elevate him to that next level. Additionally, has a really smooth release. I think his release is honestly one of the better trophy case big man releases, which is super nice, better than guys like Jermaine, Alonzo Mourning, Arvydas Sabonis. It's one of the better trophy case big man releases, which is honestly quite nice as well. Kobe Escape is really good. The rest of his dribble sigs are not very good, but he is an elite overall center in my team, and a card that after using I am really high on and do think this deserves a spot in the top 10. At number 8, we're going with this takeover reward, Shawn Kemp, who's been one of the best big men in the game ever since he came out. My backup power forward right now, although I will say my starting power forward is not on this list because it's a playstyle thing, and I don't think he's actually a top 10 card. He just fits to me personally. That's Carmelo Anthony, but I will say Carmelo's probably an honorable mention, but I do think Kemp is slightly better all the way around, just because he's got a few more good defensive badges, especially on the interior, solid all-around defensive stats, great speed, especially for a 6'10" guy at the power forward position, and that size also gives him the versatility to guard your taller power forwards you might come up against. Guys like Blake Griffin, Kevin Garnett, Chris Bosh, Giannis, etc., those taller power forwards, he has the ability to guard them. Additionally, Hoff fast twitch, limitless takeoff, posterizer, gets incredible standing dunk and driving dunk animations. Hoff pogo stick as well is really good. He's a good rebounder. Like I said, he's got great speed, and he's got an absolutely money release and the ability to get badges like Claymore and guard up to improve his shooting a little bit. Probably would recommend badges like Break Starter as well on him, but he is a very good card with an absolutely money release. If you haven't used Shawn Kemp and you have this card, I mean, you can't get him anymore if you didn't get him, but if you got this card, he should be in your lineup because he's an absolutely elite card in my team, and his release really puts him over the top. At number 7, we're going with Andre Iguodala. I want Iguodala in NBA 2K23 my team because this Iggy card might be the best shooting guard in my team currently, just because of the fact that he is so exceptional on the defensive end, even on the interior. Hoff clamps, Hoff minutes, lots of good gold badges and silver badges, incredible defensive stats, especially on the perimeter. He's got really solid size, only 6'6", which is good height, but he's got a really big player build, looks closer to 6'7" or 6'8". Good length, Hoff limitless takeoff as well as elite. He's an elite dunker, really solid shooter as well. He's got one of the better releases for a shooting guard as well. With his release, I wouldn't say it's elite. It's not crazy fast. It is even a little bit baited, but it's better than guys like MJ and Jaylen Brown's releases, and that really helps him out a lot. Also, the MJ dribble style, maybe the best dribble style in the game, comboed with Kobe escape, gives him the ability to be that secondary ball handler, especially because he has gold handles for days. Giving him that ability to be that secondary ball handler in addition to a knockdown shooter and an absolutely elite defender makes him my favorite shooting guard in my team right now and puts him at number 7. At number 6, we're going with Wilt Chamberlain. While I don't use Wilt personally, and I don't think he fits my play style too much, he is an absolutely exceptional card. You can't argue with. He's got great speed for a center. The only inside center in the game that I think is truly viable and competitive, and he is dominant. If y'all haven't seen this Wilt play, he gets every offensive reward, every defensive board. One of the only cards in the game that doesn't get mashed. Incredible standing dunks. He's just so good on the defensive end especially, but offensively on the interior as well. Half anchor, half pogo stick, half bully, half masher are some really good badges on him. He can get quick first step as well, which helps out with his athleticism. I will say, wouldn't really waste my time with shooting badges considering how poor of a shooter he is, and also his release isn't good, but defensive badges and finishing badges, he is incredible, and he has the speed to boot as well, in addition to obviously the size at 7'1" with an 8-foot wingspan. He is the only viable inside center in the game right now, and he is a dominant option at number 6. At number 5, we're going with a guy that I have kind of changed my mind on a little bit, and that's Russell Westbrook. I had Russ ranked as like my 3rd or 4th best favorite point guard in the game. I think he is arguably the best point guard in my team right now. I have one point guard over him, but I do think it's a debate between those two guys, and the reason I say that is, for one, 98 speed, excel speed with ball, half claim breaker, half quick first step is really good, but also 6'3", a great guard player build, which helps him out a lot defensively with his size compared to other shorter guards like Donovan Mitchell, Russell Westbrook, or not what Russ, we're talking about Russ, but Donovan Mitchell, Derrick Rose, John Morant, guys like that. 78 shot 3 as well, with the ability to get all the shooting badges that he needs. I mean, he's super nice. You can put glimmerless range, catch and shoot on him if you want. Glove and interceptor defensively, maybe anchor as well, is a great badge to add. Incredible slasher though, with amazing dunk animations, one of the best slashers in the game, comboing with that with the half quick first step, a nice release, the ability to get all those shooting badges, and capable defense on the perimeter, especially on the interior. The defensive stats aren't very good, but his player build is nice, and he'll get you a few more stops in the interior than a lot of these other point guards will. His jumper is also much better this year than it's been in previous years, and the MJ dribble style is still elite, like I've said. So Russell Westbrook is an absolute dog. Maybe the best point guard in the game, but I have him as the 2nd best right now, because at number 4, we have Cade Cunningham. I just think Cade just gives you the most out of the point guards in the game right now, considering he's got 89 speed and excel, a 91 shot 3, 85 driving dunk, solid all around defense, even solid on the interior, and is 6'6". That's the biggest deal with this Cade Cunningham card. Now, there are a few badges that he can't get. He has bronze limitless range, which is actually quite nice to have on base, but only bronze clamps. Can't get badges like anchor, brick wall, glove, interceptor at all, so that is one thing to keep in mind. But half handles for days is really good. You can upgrade his quick first step and some of his other playmaking badges. Half catch and shoot is really good as well. He's got a smooth, solid release. Again, I wouldn't say it's elite, but I wouldn't say it's bad. And then the MJ dribble style is very good, so that is nice to have. Type of guy who you probably want to have a secondary ball handler next to, just because one thing I will say, he tends to get tired pretty quickly with only 88 stamina, and his SIGs aren't insane, but his size and versatility, especially on the defensive end of the court, is so valuable, and he's so solid offensively. I just think he probably still is the best point guard in my team. At number 3, we are going with Kevin Garnett. I considered putting KG at number 2 or even at number 1. He is my favorite big man in the game, and I do think he's the best big man in the game right now, whether you're playing him at power forward or center. He's got elite size, 6'11" with a great wingspan, 84 speed and excel, can shoot the 3 at a high level, especially considering his shooting badges are already quite good. You put a shoe on that, a coach boost, you're getting that up into the mid-80s quite easily. Elite interior defender, really good perimeter defender as well, with a great lateral quickness, an amazing dunker, and half anchor, half interceptor, half rebound chaser, half post lockdown are 4 exceptional defensive badges. Has every single defensive badge on the game, and on at least bronze, and most of them are on at least gold. You can also upgrade off Lopez and Pick Dodger to gold as well if you want to. He just gives you incredible versatility, can stretch the floor as an elite interior defender and an elite athlete. He is my favorite big man in the game, and I think he deserves a top 3 spot. At number 2, we're going with James Worthy, a card who I have talked a lot about recently because I think he is the best trophy case player that you can get currently. 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, a massive player build, the best power forward in my team, and one of the best at small forward as well. Although if you have him, I do recommend the power forward position because I think he's perfect for that, with great speed, really good all-around defense on the interior and the perimeter, an amazing dunker, and a knockdown shooter with an elite release. Half claymore, a ton of half finishing badges, half pogo stick as well. Can get any badge as a trophy case player, which means you can add a limitless range to him. You can add a badge like Brick Wall, Clamps, Interceptor as well to him. May even want to go potentially Brick Wall, Clamps, Interceptor, Rebound Chaser, and then Limitless Range as the 5 badges that you add to the card. But couple that with an elite release, Al Horford Upper is phenomenal this year, and then the John Wall base is good every single year, and this year is no different. In the past, Worthy's release has been super questionable. This year, it is one of the best releases in the game right now. Doesn't have great movement, but it really doesn't matter. He's so good as a defender. He's got great size, an elite shooter, and an exceptional slasher. Probably slashing is what he does best, to be completely honest. Worthy deserves a top 2 spot on the list. And then at number 1, we got Scotty Pippin. Scotty's going to continue to be number 1 on this list for the foreseeable future until we get a truly exceptional dominant card, because he really can do it all. He's got 89 speed and excel, 84 speed of ball, a 95 driving dunk, incredible defensive stats, especially on the perimeter, but a high interior as well, and one of the best releases in the game. Couple that with the fact that all of his badges can be upgraded to Hall of Fame, or at least to gold if you want to. He can get any badge in the game, which means you can add a limitless range, a guard up, an anchor, badges like that, and then kind of maybe limitless takeoff as your 4th one, and I don't know what you want to add for the 5th one. Maybe you want to go Brick Wall or handles for days or posterizer or whatever the case may be, but he's got exceptional all-around badges, especially once fully badged, elite defender, elite slasher, really good speed, capable movement, not amazing but not horrible, and then one of the best releases in the game. Pippin's release in previous years was not very good. This year it is legitimately one of the best couple releases in the game. Looks a lot like Trey Burke base, which is that T-Mac, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan release from previous years, and he is an exceptional card in my team. The best small forward, and in my opinion the best card currently in the game. So this is my ranking of the top 10 cards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM right now. There are a lot of elite cards, so I think there's a chance that y'all are going to have an issue with me not having a couple of cards on this list. So if that is the case, let me know about it down in the comment section down below, who you maybe think I ranked too high, too low, or left off the list entirely that you think does deserve a spot in the top 10. But hopefully y'all did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.